everyone. I'm Sandra Lee Patton, and last year I was crowned North America's Miss Teen Talent. I screamed. My fingers were tingling, and I think I was hyperventilating. My mom was crying, too.
This is the hyperventilating Miss North America Teen Talent at last year's Kentucky pageant.
We found a little beauty pageant in Louisville, Kentucky, and I think it says something about America. It wasn't really a beauty pageant so much as a talent, personality, commitment, civics, and beauty pageant. They're there for a week because there are 1,000 separate categories, and the idea is everyone can win. It's not just that everyone gets a prize. It's that everyone has a right to be excellent. Now, it's quite obvious that excellence doesn't mean anything unless it means that some people are better than others. America is society is a constant effort to reconcile these two contradictory standpoints. One is that things can be terrifically outstanding and wonderful, and the other is that everybody can do them.
That's what a pageant is, where everybody gets a prize. You might even say that that's what America is. Everyone gets a trophy as big as a skyscraper that weighs as much as a butterfly's wing.
America satirizes itself, but doesn't need hope, and it survives the satire. It's got the best along with the worst. It's got everything. But that is what America stands for. It says everything is for everybody. And when America stands for that, I like it.
All right, Nissan, the car built for the human race. Let me think about this. A car built for people. What a concept. Have you driven a Ford lately? What is this, a pop quiz?
It's not what they say that counts. It's the car. The new Subaru Legacy LS has more standard features than almost any car in its class.
Honda, we make it simple. Because that technical stuff is so overwhelming.
Test drive the exciting 1990 Subaru Legacy.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
Make a statement without saying a word.
Ready?
In a minute, honey.
It's nice to be noticed for what you wear and how you look. And if you wear dentures, it's nice to know Efferdent freshens up dentures and cleans away stains so well. With Efferdent, all they'll notice is you.
Staying on top is not easy. You have to give 110% and expect it from yourself, everyone, everything. Speed Stick deodorant gives 110%. That's its edge. Why? It has no alcohol, and alcohol evaporates. Speed Stick protection doesn't evaporate even after 24 hours. Glides on dry in just a few strokes. That's 110% protection.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick.
That's your edge.
If you haven't been to Sears lately, you haven't been to Sears. We've lowered prices on over 50,000 items, and that includes hundreds of lawn and garden items like mowers, tractors, weed whackers, and trimmers. Plus, we've lowered prices on thousands of hardware items, power tools, hand tools, garage door openers, and Sears weather beater and easy living paint. So if you're looking for great prices on hardware, paint, lawn and garden equipment, get to Sears now.
In places beyond the reach of other overnight delivery companies, you'll find UPS. Because unlike the competition, only UPS Next Day Air guarantees delivery overnight to every single address coast to coast. And because we're so efficient, we can do it for up to half what other companies charge, whether the place is hard to reach or easy to reach. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
These folks are all champion gardeners in the Guinness Book of World Records, and they're teaching these kids about gardening.
Water it regularly, and don't forget the Miracle-Gro. My mom uses Miracle-Gro on everything.
That's because Miracle-Gro gives her lots more flowers and vegetables.
And bigger ones, too. Miracle-Gro helped me grow the biggest pepper in the world.
Hey, if world champion gardeners depend on Miracle-Gro, shouldn't you? Now, the Miracle-Gro no-clog feeder. So easy, you'll feed your whole yard in minutes.
This cold medicine gives you 12 hours of relief and comes highly recommended by pharmacists. But what 12-hour cold medicine do pharmacists recommend even more? Drixoral, the cold medicine pharmacists recommend most. Also excellent for allergies.
Got a dream of America. You're gonna fly. Lady Stepson, you're the spirit. You're the fire of the USA.
Beating the Honda Prelude could be a challenge, but look at it this way. This sporty Mazda MX-6 beats it by over $2,500. Its warranty covers you for an additional 14,000 miles. MX-6 has far more room inside. And right now, it comes with $750 cash back from Mazda. How's that for a good reason to make the move to Mazda?
See your local Mazda dealer today and get $750 cash back on MX-6.
Wednesday, a major drug deal goes wrong, putting Jake under the gun and into the path of a crazed coke dealer.
Good choice.
On Jake and the Fat Man. Then,
violence is always an option, the last best option.
Newquay's Rock Empire blows up in his face in a stunning conclusion on Wise Guy after Jake and the Fat Man, Wednesday.
Next week, we have a very special interview. Charles, Prince of Wales, heir to the British throne, is one of the most well-known people in the world, but he gives television interviews only rarely. Lately, Prince Charles has been taking a number of controversial public stands, stirring new expectations of this future King of England. He agreed to speak with us recently about the issues that concern him, the first time he's done so for an American audience in over 5 years. We'll bring you the full interview next Saturday, but to give you a sense of who he is, here's a preview of my conversation with the Prince of Wales.
I've always felt, anyway, that the important thing is to be relevant to people's needs and aspirations as far as somebody who is in my position is concerned. And nobody else is in the position that I'm in, so nobody else actually knows what is involved or what it's like, or the pressures, or that feeling that one must justify one's existence. I've always felt this, particularly through, competing with other people of my own age, trying to show that I was as good, if not better, at doing things than they were. And not just because of who I was, just because I had a title.
Does the palace or any of your advisors ask you to tone down your views before you state them?
Oh, yes. But there's been quite a lot of things as I get older that I've kept in, because I've just felt, intuitively perhaps, with a sixth sense, that, no, I will stick to that, because I actually believe that it'll strike a chord. And very often it has done.
So you're not afraid of anyone anymore? You're not afraid of hurting people?
Oh, I don't want to hurt people, and I try very hard not to, but on the other hand, I could quite happily decide to lead a much quieter existence and make speeches which were purely replete with platitudes. Well, I don't think that's going to get anybody anywhere. I actually feel, my trouble is that I said I feel very strongly about things. I can't help it. I don't know where it comes from. I just do. And I find that I must express it. I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't.
Please tune in next Saturday for the full interview with Prince Charles. Well, that's it for West 57th tonight. I'm Selina Scott. Thanks for joining us. Here's a look at some of the other stories you'll be seeing in the weeks to come.
The invasions of Sicily have always enriched Sicily.
People in Sicily are more character, warmer, more friendly. They're not in Italy. Sicilian people live day by day.
And we are recording.
After getting the Academy Award nomination, they said, I'm sorry, but representing a black actress in Hollywood is just too hard. They could not make the inroads with me if I were a blue-eyed blonde or anything but this color. So We have a problem with South Africa right in Hollywood.
It's prepared for a two-machine roll.
We've had a wonderful privilege of living to be 100 years old. I never dreamed I'd live to be this old, and I don't feel old yet. I remember everything that happened. Wait, listen, I've seen the beginning of everything.
You think the government's been honest with the American people when it comes to the war on drugs?
No. The press asks the same question every time you go to a press conference. Is this the biggest seizure that you've ever had, and will this end the dope problem? Of course it won't end the dope problem, because they have tons more of it growing in the fields down there, and because we're allowing them to make a fortune off it, and we aren't doing anything to stop it.
Tomorrow, starting live at 1 p.m. Eastern, the NBA playoffs continue on CBS Sports with doubleheader excitement. Check local listings for the games in your area. That's tomorrow on CBS Sports, the home of the NBA Finals. Now, stay tuned for your local news.
I don't see why we can't do the story.
For a transcript, please send $4 to West 57th Transcripts, 267 Broadway, New York, New York, 10007. 9 out of 10 obstetricians in this country stand a good chance of being sued for malpractice. That's why they no longer deliver babies. 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Harrison Ford, a man of force. Kelly McGillis, a woman of faith. Bound by a passion to survive. In the network premiere of Witness, Sunday. A murder in deep space heats up an investigation to